Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. Appreciate it. Speaking of video, this one is sponsored by the good folks at Spreadshop. Create and sell your own YouTube merch with Spreadshop. Link in the description. If you do just pretty okay, if you do okay at this, you can crush YouTube even if you suck at all the stuff you hear about. Titles and topics and thumbnails. Yes, you could have even terrible thumbnails and blow up. Speaking of blowing up, in order for you to do just that, you need two things. You got to get viewers to click and to stick on the videos you publish. But of course, how do we actually make that happen? It's so challenging. Here's the thing. What I'm breaking down in just seconds is the thing that so many big YouTubers exploit to keep you watching, to keep you coming back. And what they do is they've taken a cue, if you would, from Netflix. And every single piece of content you see here on Netflix is leveraging this very method, just like our father forgetting Sarah Marshall and my favorite, Narcos Mexico. In fact, that series highlights this so incredibly well. You see, the series opens up with just 2 sentences and a bit of video magic that you too can add to your videos with this Netflix method. And the result is viewers are hooked, they begin to binge, and they continue watching exactly the thing we want viewers to do on our YouTube channel. Here, have a listen to the opener.
I'm going to tell you a story, but I'll be honest, it doesn't have a happy ending.
Now I'm going to break down how this applies to your YouTube channel and YouTube growth in general, but it's such a powerful example. You see, we've got those expectations based on the video title and the thumbnail from the series Narcos Mexico. And right immediately when the series begins, the first 2 sentences are, I'm going to tell you a story. I'll be honest, it doesn't have a happy ending. So right there, a few things happen. Number one, subconsciously, viewers already understand how a story works. There are sections, a beginning, the hook, the middle, the content, and a resolution, a conclusion, the end of something. And that makes it really easy for viewers to continue watching. Furthermore, what's actually on the screen is the kind of stuff they'd be interested in. And check it out, when it comes to YouTube success, highly successful videos do this so incredibly well.
Anyway, welcome to Friday Fun Pad.
Oh, and there's one other thing I need to mention, communication.
YouTubers suggested that for this week's show,
I know, PewDiePie, strange, weird, but his video communicates clearly at the very beginning that the video is about recording videos for YouTube, recording gameplay, etc.
So I decided to make my own and show you properly, once and for all, the ultimate how to record YouTube gameplay video tutorial by me.
And the video magic I mentioned just a bit ago is really about what happens on the screen and how you communicate in your video, because when you tell the viewer what's going to happen, and then based on what you do or don't do in your video, it really creates this dynamic of helping the viewer understand the value they're going to get. And in this example, it's funny. The value is funny. I understand the structure, the plot, and I'm in. 7 million YouTube views. You see, what we're really talking about here is story. And a story always has a conclusion. We want to know what happens. How do I record the gameplay? How do I win this game? What happens if I try to win Fortnite with just a pickaxe? Let me give you another example actually in gaming. 25 tips and tricks in Ark.
Hello there everybody, Bunna here, and in this video I'm going to show you 25 tips and tricks to keep in mind while playing Ark Survival Evolved. Some of these tips revolve around general gameplay, while others are much more specific. These tips are steered towards new or returning players that may have forgotten or were never introduced to some of the newer mechanics that have been added over the years.
And that's Bunny. Now, I've never seen the dude's channel, but a few things are happening that are leading to massive views. Number one, he clearly communicates what the video is about, but he does it and he communicates in a way that expresses really what is the value that a viewer should expect by watching. And he's like, I'm going to show you interesting gameplay tips and tricks to help you in this game Ark. And again, he does it in a fun way. And this video has got 47,000 views. He's got less than 6,000 subscribers, and yet this video has done very well for his channel. So here's what you can do with your video before you film. Have an idea of what the conclusion is for your video. I mentioned the example of playing Fortnite with just a pickaxe. You see, if you say that at the beginning of a video, then viewers understand what the storyline is and what the payoff or conclusion is going to be. The player is going to win or fail with just a pickaxe, and it creates a lot of drama and tension that keeps viewers watching. And again, you can do this with any type of video, whether it's entertainment, we saw PewDiePie, gaming, or in this next example, I want to show how you can apply this with a how-to channel. Oh, and before we do that, what do you think of this thumbnail? Leave me a comment below. I'd love to get your feedback. Well, check it out. Here's that video, Gardening 101, How to Start a Garden, How-to Channel. It's driven 1.8 million views. So let's watch the first 20 seconds of this video. It's super powerful and really illustrates this idea so very well. The thing I want you to think about is it's not so much just what you say, but what you show. And think about the progression and all the things that you would do when gardening. That's the story. I want to create a garden. I've got to do these things, and then I'll get to the end and I'll have a beautiful garden. Check it out.
All right, so you're looking to start a garden.
So notice the first clip begins with the end result. The end result, the conclusion of gardening, is you get these beautiful, wonderful vegetables and fruits like a tomato, and that's where we begin. And we get these other clips of basically the things you do when you start a garden. When you say the right things, like how to create a garden, or how to tie a tie, or how to create a butterfly garden, or cook, or whatever the case may be, or do a certain thing in a game, and then you show the right things, you really are going to create that momentum that creates a sticky video and helps you win. Now, there's an even easier way to do this, and it begins with understanding certain things that people are searching for on YouTube and applying those to your video and your title. The video on the screen covers this exactly. It's a great video that'll help you get more views, so click and watch. And when you do, not only are you going to get the views, not only are you going to gain the subscribers, but goodness, you're going to feed a poodle. Dig.